Hello, my lovely Geminis. This is going to be your reading for May 2025. I hope everyone is having a nice day so far. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, share, comment. If it doesn't, check your moon or rising because you could be in that energy as well. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. How I do my readings, I'll start with the Angel Oracle guide here. I'll move on to traditional tarot and then back to Oracle at the end. Well, they don't want to fall today. Also want to say a happy birthday to those May Geminis out there. I hope you have a wonderful day, okay? Alright. Ooh, what a great card to get near your birthday. Your angel message for this month is expect miracles. Miracles occur naturally. They're always ready to unfold, and your angels are encouraging you to prepare yourself for them now. A miracle doesn't have to be an extravagant change in circumstances. It can be a simple shift of energy that creates a wave of love in your life. If you need something positive to happen or have been praying hard for something, this card brings you the message that something exciting and healing is about to unfold. In order to help this along, you are being guided by your angels to recognize and honor your own worth. Realize that you are absolutely worthy of miracles and that they will unfold in your life. Your entire life has been brought together by miracles, and they are happening all the time. And the miracles that you need isn't a difficult one, because in the hands of divine, anything is possible. Place yourself in a golden light and remember the light of God is within you, right there in the heart of your being, your soul. Good things can happen for you, but in order to manifest something wonderful in your life, you have to believe it possible. You could be seeing miracles you need as impossible or even too big for you to achieve, but ultimately this is exactly what is blocking it from happening, so change that now. Your angel guide is inviting you to open your mind and heart and see what you need being delivered to you. Feel that it is already in your life, which is a very big key to manifestation and to miracles. You already have it. It is already yours. Feel grateful for all your blessings, and you will allow the miracles you deserve to unfold. And like I said, that's kind of a key part there, Gemini, right? It's like you have to see that it already is yours. It already is happening for you because you are willing that energy in, right? You're sending that to the universe. You're like, this is right for me. All right, let me just feel this energy for you. I'm getting this energy of uncertainty right away, and it's not a bad thing here, Gemini. But it feels like you might be kind of rolling with it a little bit too much here. You might be overthinking a situation. If I have an immediate energy, kind of an ending for two people here. This is the Two of Cups in reverse. This means a relationship doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a relationship with a family member, a coworker, a child, something like that, right? It just sees that there's a little bit of maybe a separation here. Maybe some of you are taking a break from a romantic partner. Interesting though, because I feel like you really want to nurture this relationship, or maybe it's the vice versa, like other way around. The other person wants to kind of nurture this relationship here, but I feel like things have to kind of transpire the way that they are transpiring at this current time for something else to kind of grow here. And I think you're going to be like, oh well, like this is going to not turn out in my favor here, but I get this kind of nurturing energy at this end here, which I will get to for you, Gemini. So I'm not really worried about this. I'm not really worried about this kind of energy here. Whatever it is that's coming out, it's just going to kind of more ignite kind of an energy or a flame within you here. and you're really compassionate about the situation or person. So maybe someone is pulling away from you in your life, and you're just like, hey, you're pulling away. Like, you're just kind of being like, no, I'm going to still be here. I'm going to still nurture and care for you. Obviously, if it's a relationship that you definitely feel that is worth nurturing and is worth staying for, then do that. I just don't feel you kind of moving away from it. So I feel like you want to kind of work on things. You want to expand things here. I have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands in the reverse, and this is just saying something new that was supposed to start here, some kind of beginning for maybe this kind of two-person partnership or relationship. You're kind of like bummed about because you're just like, it is this kind of like breakup energy. It is something not starting the way that you really wanted it to start or go off with, but I feel like you're not kind of giving up. This could be a romantic relationship, or this could be a business relationship where you're like, oh, this person who I really want as a business partner, an agent, or a company I really want to work with here, but they said no to me now, but you're still going to take care of it. You're like, I understand, I get that. I'm going to still nurture maybe this relationship. I can still see the potential. I can see kind of where it's growing here as well. So if it is something that you really want in this kind of miracle sense, in this manifestation sense, say that you already have it, it's coming in the future, you don't have to worry so much about it, okay? Because I see you not really moving away from this maybe connection or whatever it is here, this kind of partnership that's happening. I don't see you moving on from it. I feel like you want to stay and nurture it with this Queen of Cups. And this is what I was talking about, this kind of nurturing, this caring, this compassionate energy. When we get rejected, we can sometimes feel, we can take it hard, right? Because we are getting rejected and it doesn't feel good because your expectations or the outcome is not what you expected it to be. The really mature thing to do is to understand, have compassion, and kind of move forward in that way. And I think people really respect that kind of energy. When someone's just like, hey, I might need a little break for a second, and you go, okay, like, obviously this hurts, but I understand. I get it. I understand where you're coming from. If that is what you need, do it here. I feel like there's going to be some kind of way you maturely handle and nurture this kind of energy, this partnership, that it's going to come back around. And you're not like giving up on it. You're not like, this is not something I'm going to give up on here, Gemini, but you're just kind of just like, if now is not the right time, if this is not going to work the way that we want it to, that's okay. I will give you space. I will understand. And I'll just be here in a compassionate way. And I feel like it's almost like this energy that I'm feeling now is this energy of being like, whoa, that person's really mature. And it's like, whoa, that person really is handling the situation really well. And I think it just kind of comes off really respectful when someone feels like their boundaries or what they're saying is being heard and respected. It just is kind of like a win-win for you in a way. And yes, this energy here is going to be a little bit painful, obviously, because you just kind of had a different expectation about this. But again, I'm not worried. None of this energy here for me is making me worried at all for this, okay? I think the only, like, if it doesn't come to fruition, whatever this relationship is, that's fine, but I think you're going to be like, wow, I handled that really, really well, and I think it would carry on to the next relationship if that's kind of what you're looking for here. So just remember that compassion, that care is going to go a long way in this month of May for you. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles here, and we have the Eight. Oh, sorry, I shook the table a little bit. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles here. You're kind of working more on like career stuff. You're like, hey, I have my own stuff too. I feel like you might be like shifting your focus to work if this is a personal relationship. If it's a work relationship, you're like, okay, I'll just build my resume more, or I will, work on my own kind of projects here, just so you see that I'm not like taking this as a full defeat and moving on. I'm going to still work at it. Maybe you are acquiring new skills here, Gemini, for this next job, right? That you're just like, okay, I need those skills, I'm going to go out and do it. The Page of Pentacles is like planting a seed, right? You're just like, I know where this is going to grow, I know what I want to achieve here in this, and I'm going to plant this little seed, water it, tend for it, care for it, and hope it grows here. So you're working hard. You're going to maybe kind of be in a work mode at May, I'm feeling like second week of May, maybe because all of this kind of maybe emotional stuff is happening first. But I feel like you're going to be in a bit more of a work mode for yourself here, which I really appreciate, because you're just like, you know what, that's okay. I'm going to move my energy into some kind of other pocket here, right? And that's not you saying you're walking away, because the Eight of Cups in reverse is another card saying you're not walking away from the situation. You're just moving your energy, shuffling it a little bit over. You're like, yeah, I'm still, that's still the goal in this scenario with this partnership, but I'm going to focus my energy onto something else, because if I just sit and wallow in this energy, then it's not going to be good for me. I'm not going to be going anywhere. I'm not going to be growing here, and I feel like it's just going to kind of eat up your mind a little bit more here, okay? I have this kind of Five of Swords in the when coming out sideways, and when cards come out sideways, it means that there's personal choice involved in this reading. When it's in the upright, it's this kind of energy of defeat, of exhaustion, of it's this kind of like walking away from a situation here. And then when it's in reverse, it's kind of the opposite of that. And it feels like there's a choice on how you kind of perceive this kind of energy to be, how you perceive this kind of maybe rejection, how you perceive this kind of hurt feeling kind of energy here from someone or something, and if you kind of see it less as the defeat, because I feel like you can easily move into that space of just kind of, well, this is over for me, and well, who cares, what is life? But they're telling you just stay opposite, stay kind of more on your goals after this. Just be like, yeah, that's maybe not the right time for this energy here. I'm going to shift and move into something else. And that's just kind of being proactive. You're not, again, like I said, you're not leaving something behind. You're just shifting your energy, okay? So I have this happy family card coming out sideways. Again, another card coming out sideways here. Upright, it's talking about happiness in the family unit, bliss, joy. And in the reverse, it's kind of talking about unhappy family, right? It's just saying there's maybe marital problems, family problems here as well. Again, it's coming out sideways here. So it feels like there is, again, a choice involved. For some people, it can go either way. Because there's some kind of lesson here, especially with your heart, about it's like a mini lesson about how we kind of perceive things, and I feel like it's from someone from your past. Feels like it could be an older person, maybe like a father figure, grandfather figure, with this King of Swords here, maybe another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, someone that was very analytical, someone that was maybe not so caring, could come off a little bit cold here as well. Maybe sometimes like vocally they didn't say I love you, or they weren't in this kind of compassionate energy here, and I feel like there's a little bit of heartbreak from that. But I feel like you're kind of like stepping away from this coldness for yourself, because you're like, I don't want to kind of repeat this pattern. Maybe even this is kind of past you as well, Gemini, but you're like, I just don't want to repeat that pattern over again. I don't want to become cut off. I don't want to become cold. I don't want to become removed from energy here. And so it's, yes, this can go either way. Maybe this is going to turn out to be a really happy kind of family connection thing, or in the reverse, it's not going to work out so much. But I feel like it's almost like that fight within you, which is you're like, I'm not going to be cold about the situation. I'm just going to see how it comes here. And that's what this Tower in reverse is coming out here, saying there's a mini lesson here for you, Gemini. I feel they're showing me like a wheel, so they're showing me like a cycle completion, and I feel like this is going to be some kind of closing off or like cycle ending for you, in that sense of like, whoa, maybe I've been being very cold because this was my relationship with someone before, and it was very cold, and I'm kind of turning into that person. I don't like it. I feel like you're going to be like actualizing and seeing and doing something differently here, because when I see that cycle, I'm like, the cycle is closing, it's coming to an end, and it doesn't look like it doesn't feel like it's going to be repeating itself. It's like you're going to be like, whoa, this is going to be a different outcome. I'm going to do things differently here for myself, okay? And I feel like that doing it differently changes a lot of things for you, and I feel like doing it differently has something to do with this kind of compassion for you that you're kind of putting into the situation. Got the Sun card in reverse coming out. Sun card in reverse is still a great card to get. It means happiness is on the way, sunshine is on the way. It might not feel like it right now, but again, like we said before, you have to actualize it before. You have to see that, you know what, doesn't matter whatever the outcome of this situation is, I see brighter days ahead. I see the sun is still going to shine, you know, for me. For some of you, this is a contract, because I do see like a contract ending. We have the Justice card in reverse. Sometimes can represent you feel like something is unjust, some kind of breaking of a contract. It's all kind of law-based thing. Libra energy as well, which we were talking about before. The manifestation card, which is the Magician. You have all the tools you need to manifest what it is that you want. And the Two of Swords. Again, I don't feel like this is, it's going to sting a little bit. I don't feel like it's going to shake you completely. I think you're going to be like, okay, you know, if this is, energy is not working here right now, I'm going to move it over to something else. Because it's like where you were at crossroads before, you're like, now I have a direction. And I think you're going to kind of figure out what you want to manifest here. And that might have to happen because of this broken contract, or because of this something that seems unjust or unfair. You're like, you know what, that was unfair. That's okay. I'm going to try and manifest something else. I'm going to be proactive about it in this energy of May. So I feel like they're telling me that getting back on the horse is going to be kind of this whole month of getting back on the horse for you, Gemini, and being like, you know what, I fell down, I got some scrapes, but I'm getting back up and we're going to keep on going. Again, I don't feel any really big negative things from this reading, because I kind of can feel the outcome. I can kind of feel where it's going to lead and where you're going here, and it doesn't make me kind of nervous at all, because I feel like you're doing and seeing things correctly. Nothing yet is set in stone, right? There's a choice in everything that we do. There's a choice in things. There is not a final destination for this yet, okay? So nothing is set in stone. Just because someone says no, I mean, don't be a creeper about it, but give people their boundaries, give people their space, but just know that's going to be mine eventually. You know, you're just going to, if it's a person, give them some boundaries, give them some space. But if it's like a job or something, and you're just like, you know what, maybe it's a no right now, but I'll come back later, and I'll come back more skilled, and I'll show you kind of who I am, right? You also got loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, destiny, addiction, let God in. And I'll read this for you. We're cyclotic beings, which they're showing me cycles. The Mother Earth teaches us how to be human every day with the coming and going in the tides and seasons. If you're clinging to anything, if you are resisting the natural flow of who you are, things we cling to so often we must let go of. The food, the substances, the relationship, the job, the people-pleasing. The things we cling to often cover up our most vulnerable space, the part where we are most afraid to leave empty, the part we guard and we don't let grace into. But by keeping that space covered with something that doesn't serve us, or clinging to it for fear of it not staying on its own accord, we prevent ourselves from receiving things that will. A Course in Miracles tells us, whatever we leave empty, grace will fill. And the Buddha said, you can only lose what you cling to. Indeed, both are true. This card appears you're being called to find the courage to loosen your grip and give up control, to release your coping mechanisms and leave space for grace and God to enter, to surrender to all that feels dense to the divine. Loosen your grip. It doesn't mean that what you're clinging to will go away. That's what we talked about. Whatever you're clinging to, it won't go away. I feel like it's kind of evolving here. You're not putting it away or leaving it behind. There's just a pause. Or it might stay, but you can be sure that what is for you will find you, and you will breathe easier knowing that you've shifted from relying on your own strength to surrendering to the grace of life. What are you clinging to in fear of nothing coming to take its place? All right, Gemini. I think it's going to be an important month in May for you. You know, I feel like you are going to kind of, this maybe sounds cliche, but it's what I just thought of. It's like find yourself in a way. You know, find your own kind of flow of things and be really kind of solid in yourself. All right. That was your May reading. I hope it helped.